Blossoms, Dreymasmith here in Alphacraft. And today we're in front of our engine house. I feel so good after my exploration. Thank you, Richard Hodge, for that suggestion. Yay. I had such a good time. I didn't find my Persian cat, but I am refreshed and raring to go. And what we are going to do today is build a couple of engines. Well, we're going to at least build one, and we'll see how we're going for time. Now, I need a winding engine so that the elevator in the mines, the lift in the mines works so that it can be hauled up and down. And a winding engine, it should come forged and ready from, say, Birmingham or somewhere like that. Cast British iron. Yeah, no. Mine comes flat packed from IKEA. Some assembly required. So let's grab everything we need. I've gone through this. I've checked that all the nuts and bolts are there. I have spare parts. There's always spare parts. But we are ready to go. Now, I have already, off camera, installed the iron frame to support the whole thing. Because I thought once I've got that in, the rest of it should be more or less okay. Now, I have researched steam engines and atmospheric engines and all sorts of things. And this is the best I could do. This is a steam-powered winding engine, although I couldn't quite work out from the plans and things that I saw where the boiler goes. So it's a steam engine with no boiler, which means it isn't really. If you know where the boiler goes and you can link that through to me, I'd love that. Okay, so we're putting in... Don't ask me what all these parts are. I should know. I don't. I think this is part of the piston mechanism. Now, all the pipes and things are prismarine brick. Nether brick. Duh. Nether brick, the dark red, not the dark green. I think there. I did work all this out, but it was a little while ago. So now, I'm not so sure. I've got to get rid of that. And we have to go through, there we go. And one more and run the pipes down here. And, oh, sorry, I'm being a bit vague, aren't I? Give me the brick back. Oh, I want that brick. And I want it before LagClear does its work. I mean, we've got LagClear for a very good reason, and it does its job, and that's fantastic. And it can be really frustrating at times. There we go. Now, anyone who's an engineer will probably be horrified. I'm not an engineer. I'm just fascinated by things like this. I was one of those kids who used to take clocks apart to see how they worked. I think I was a bit of a menace. Ouch. Now, through here. this one. And up there, I think. Yeah, you'll see what this is in a minute. That is the control for the person who operates the winding engine. We'll give them some instructions in a minute, but we have got some other stuff to build first, namely the wheels. It goes on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a fence post, and a fence post, and another gate, and a fence post, I think. I mean, I'm the one who came up with this. You'd think I'd know. All right, I'll do the same on this side. Okay, wheels next. Now, if you're interested in this sort of thing, this is my bodgy version of the Elliston Colliery winding engine from Leicestershire. And I'll put a link to a side elevation that I found online. I think I do that. I think 2, 3, 4, 5. Good old IKEA, exactly the right number. Now I start mucking around with walls, making the wheels. 3. 4, 5. Okay, this is going to take me a little while. It will probably be quite painful to watch, so let's not. I'll get back to you in a minute. There we go. One wheel on an axle. Please be generous. I have to make 3 more of those. Hang on a sec. Right, there's our winding wheels, and I miscounted. There's 3 in all because there are 2 winding drums. Now I've started making them because, ouch, because our ropes are oak fence, needs must as the devil drives, the winding drums will also be oak because the idea is that the cables are being wound onto them. And I've got to bring the fences down from there. So I've made a start. Can I reach them from here? No. Okay, so I just make a sort of triangle shape out of oak. And then stairs, so we end up with something vaguely circular eventually. It's not the best thing in the world, but this is Minecraft. I'm using meter square blocks. Meter cube blocks. There's not a lot I can do. I'm getting tired of falling off that. It's my own fault, lollygagging. But one winding engine with winding drums and cables. And if we come over here, we have a little seat for the engineer, we've got a bell, and we've got operation instructions, what the bells mean. And these are actually taken from a working mine and winding engine somewhere in the north of England. I can't remember where and I can't find my note. But there we are. 1 ring to raise, 1 to stop while in motion, 2 rings to lower, 4 rings to raise steadily, 5 rings to lower steadily. Don't know what happened to 3. But there we are, 1 winding engine. Now that's done, we're actually going to build another little engine house here. This will be for a beam engine to operate the pump that draws water out of the mines, which is our conceit for saying that's how the skellies get sucked up from our farm. This is the top of the skeleton spawner. Now I had wanted to build Watson Bolton's steam-powered beam engine. Didn't matter what I do, couldn't make it fix. The engine house ended up half covering this or cutting into that. So instead I'm going with Newcommen's atmospheric beam engine and working out how to make this. I got from the YouTube channel and website of a lovely guy called David Hulse, who makes 1/16 scale model steam engines, or in this case an atmospheric engine. I'll put a link to his website. He's worth looking at. I want his book. Okay, I'm going to build the engine house first, and then we will build our beam engine. And as usual, it came flat packed from IKEA. What can I say? And as usual, we're making it out of brick and granite. So I need to get moving. That's the bottom one. And we need to go up 11 counting this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to have the same style windows as that. It's going to be a very similar structure. I'm not going to build this side here until we've built the beam engine. Doesn't matter what I do, this is going to hurt. I want a Elytra. Ouch. I know I got that half heart back. I don't care. It's the principle of the thing. Ouch. There's our engine house made, minus the front wall and minus the chimney. You can see where the chimney's going to come up there. I thought we'd build the beam engine first. Now, this beam engine, this type of beam engine, was invented by someone called Thomas Newcomen, and I want it down this end, I think. And it was installed in a mine, or for a mine in Staffordshire in 1712. It's not a steam engine, it's an atmospheric engine. And if you want to know what that means and how this works, I will link through 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got to get rid of these. I will link through a video of an interview with David Hulse, who made the fabulous model of this. He's being interviewed by someone called Fred Dibner. It doesn't mean anything to me, sorry. The video is about half an hour long, but the discussion of the atmospheric engine and how it works takes place in the first 3 minutes, I think. So that's not too onerous. I need slabs or we're not going to get out of that pit. Slab staircase for getting out. Making this correctly in the first place. There we go. one there, and it doesn't matter because this just comes up, but there we go. Okay, all that's going to be oak slabs, bottom half, so nothing spawns. And in these gaps we need a blast furnace and a blast furnace. Now if we come out here, we're going to install the pump here. This is the skeleton farm. You can see that's where they come up. They go along there and drop down there. And we need a pump. I don't know if I want it that tall or not. We're going to build a frame around this. May as well get started. It's going to be stripped oak logs. I know I didn't strip that bottom one. And yes, it's a bit precarious being on the edge of the ravine like that. We're tough. We'll live. That's the door. I somehow have the door in the wrong place. I've got something backwards. I've worked out what the problem is. The entire building is 3 blocks too far over. I'm shifting it. This may take a little while. Right, it's fixed. It is now in the position it should be. When I designed it, I inadvertently designed it as a mirror image and rotated 180 degrees. And I just built what I drew. Silly me. Why does it matter so much? Because it has to come up over here and this has to be in a correct orientation to the stuff in here. That's why it matters. I've started putting in this frame just to make sure that I did have it in the right place in the end. I'll just strip those off. Now I will spawn proof this. I'll put slabs on the corners and I will put pressure plates on all the flat bits. But I'll do that probably at the end. Now I've started putting the chimney in. I've started putting the floor in. I need 4 more. And what we will do is put in the boiler. Imagine this is made of lead. Stone's the best colour I could get. And now we'll put in the cylinder in which the atmospheric change is made. Now there are a lot more pipes and things attached to an atmospheric beam engine. This is Minecraft. I can't really do it. I started trying with iron bars and it just got messy and complicated and things were joining on where they shouldn't and it didn't look right. And in the end it was just a case of we can use our imaginations. There's a lot of imagination in this build, as in please use yours because I can't manage it. And again I'll strip all these. Now the next thing I need you to imagine is that these pieces of black carpet are actually metal plates and they are bolted to these beams. that'll have to get turned around. It'll do for the moment. Same with that one. Now, why is this called a beam engine? Because there is a large beam that is basically the bit that runs this. Why can I not get up on that? Because I had to be on exactly the right spot. 1, 2, 3, and it has a sort of hammer bit at the end. We'll do the same on this side. One in the middle, 1, 2, 3, and good. The hammer bit is one off from our pump. That's where it needs to be. Let's get back down there and put the bottom on it. I'll do the same at the other end. We strip it all off. And we connect like that with braces. I hope they did that right. Let's have a look. Yes, it did. All right, we'll do the same thing at this end. And it's done. One atmospheric beam engine. Oh, and some errant scaffolding. Let's get rid of that, shall we? We'll just go around the long way. Now it's done. I mean, all right, yes, I've got to put the windows in. I have to put this wall in, but you can see the beam engine. It's there. And the pump to bring the skellies up is there. So that's it. And we have another chimney spewing yet more smoke. Oh well. I think that's just steam, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'll get the front on it and we will be well and truly finished. So there we are. One new engine shed. One new engine. Another engine over there. I think we did well today. I'm sorry it's been a bit of a funny episode. I do like my machines. And by the way, those clocks I took apart as a kid, I did put them back together. It took me a while to work out how to get them working, but I did it. So on that note, I will say thanks for coming along and all the usuals. Hit the like, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell, select all, turn notifications on. YouTube are making us jump through hoops. I don't know what we'll do next time. It'll be a surprise for me and for you. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.